Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All fine?
Sir.
Okay. क्या चल रहा है फिर घर पे?
कुछ नहीं सर, फ्री
दिवाली की तैयारी
चल रही है सर।
मैसेज तो नहीं आया कैंपस से आपको?
नो सर।
दिवाली के
सर
बाद
आपका कैंपस कब खुल रहा है?
हैं?
आपका कैंपस कब खुल रहा है?
मेरा कौन सा कैंपस?
मतलब बद्दी वाला।
बद्दी वाला तो इकट्ठे ही खुलेगा, पंजाब और बद्दी दोनों इकट्ठे।
अच्छा,
मैं तो अभी आपके कैंपस में बैठा हूँ।
इधर आए हुए हो आप?
वो कह रहे आपको पढ़ाना है, आपको तंग करेंगे नहीं जब आएंगे।
नहीं सर, तंग करने की क्या बात है।
हैं? क्या तो ऐसे रहे कि बच्चे
नहीं सर, बढ़िया आप पढ़ा रहे हो हमें।
अभी तो इधर ही आ रहा हूँ मैं 15-20 दिन से। आपके एचओडी वाले रूम में बैठा हूँ।
अच्छा,
आई डोंट नो आप कौन से बैच से हैं?
मैं सर बीटेक से।
बीटेक से। आप तो नीचे है ना?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, नीचे।
अभी जो पहले ज्वाइन कर लिए हैं तो आपको शायद लगेगा इस प्रोसेस में कि शायद हम थोड़ा फास्ट चल रहे हैं, बट उस पेस को मेंटेन करना है, वो आप लोगों का ही एक प्रोसेस है। टुडे we will be having the last lecture before we go for Diwali holidays and we shall be meeting after Diwali. ये बाद में भी खैर अनाउंस करूंगा मैं। साहिल गिल, साहिल गिल, गुड मॉर्निंग। साहिल जी गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
एक बार एक दिन बड़ा आपको बुलाया, आप आए नहीं थे उस दिन।
कब सर?
जिस दिन हम आपकी वैल्यूएशन चेक कर रहे थे, आपकी आंसर शीट चेक कर रहे थे।
सर मैं क्लासेस नहीं अटेंड करी थी लास्ट 2-3 दिन से।
ठीक ठाक सब?
हाँ जी सर, वो दीदी की मैरिज में जा रखा था सर मैं।
मिठाई तो खिलाई नहीं आप?
सर सर कॉलेज खोलने तो मिठाई के सर पार्टी करवा देंगे।
कोई बात नहीं, चले मुबारक है आपको।
थैंक यू सर।
कहाँ पे शादी थी, मतलब कहाँ, आप किस सिटी से हैं?
सर सर कांगड़ा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कांगड़ा।
कहाँ की शादी कब थी?
सर 9।
9 को तो मेरे वाइफ भी मैरिज में गए थे, वही वही तो नहीं थे कहीं?
धर्मशाला आए हुए थे सर।
हाँ कांगड़ा में स्टे किया था, मैरिज धर्मशाला के आसपास थी।
पता नहीं सर, फोन कर देते सर मेरे को आप।
नहीं मैं नहीं गया था, वाइफ ही गए थे, उनकी स्टूडेंट की
अच्छा।
शादी थी उनकी। अ, उस लड़की का नाम पायल था। कहीं
नहीं
और
नहीं
थी।
सर,
अच्छा।
पाया नहीं था।
ओके ओके। वो उसी 9 को ही थी उनकी भी शादी।
बहुत ज्यादा शादी है सर इस बार तो।
पायल कपूर।
हाँ जी सर।
आपको उस दिन से याद कर रहे थे, अभी चल बच्चे आ रहे हैं तो धीरे धीरे शुरू करते हैं। आपने एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया था, उसमें एफ वाई की वैल्यू कितनी होती है साहिर?
यस सर।
एफ वाई की वैल्यू कितनी लेते हैं हम?
सर क्या, मैं समझा नहीं सर, क्या कह रहे हो आप?
एफ वाई यील्ड्स।
एफ वाई।
स्टील की बात कर रहे हैं ना हम।
हाँ जी सर।
कितनी लेते हैं?
सर मैंने उसमें 410 ली थी।
हाँ, कितनी लेते हैं?
सर
वो एफ वाई तो बहुत बार यूज करते हैं। एफ 410 तो एफ यू
सॉरी
होता है ना।
सॉरी सर, सॉरी सॉरी, वो गलती हुई। 250 सर, 250।
हाँ, एफ यू 410 होता है ना,
ओ यस
50।
सर, वो जल्दबाजी में सर हो गया।
हाँ, तो बेसिक मिस्टेक थी वो, मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ कि ये तो बहुत बेसिक सी मिस्टेक्स है,
नहीं नहीं सर, वो
ऐसा होना नहीं
थोड़ा,
चाहिए।
नहीं, हाँ जी सर, वो
कहीं नकल तो नहीं मारी थी?
नहीं नहीं सर।
कि 3-4 बच्चों ने ऐसे ही लिखा था,
नहीं नहीं सर, नकल तो कहाँ।
फिर आपने किसी को भेज दिया होगा।
नहीं नहीं सर, आप चाहे मैच करके देख लेना।
ओके, नहीं नहीं हो,
हाँ
चलो
जी।
नहीं हो, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट टाइम
हो
बट।
सकता है सर, मे भी मैंने जल्दबाजी में सर लिख दिया हो सकता है मेरे से गलती
नहीं नहीं,
होगी
वो
वो।
इसलिए याद कर रहे थे क्योंकि ये बड़ी बेसिक मिस्टेक है ना, जैसे अभी बहुत बार हम तो ये चीज यूज कर चुके हैं।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी सर।
ये तो वैसी टिप्स पे याद हो जाती है। यू डोंट हैव टू गो बैक एंड सी द टेबल। आपको याद होगा आईएएस कोड में पहला टेबल हमने ये डिस्कस किया था।
यस सर,
तो
वो एक्चुअली सर टाइम भी उसमें साथ साथ रन कर रहा होता है ना सर, तो फिर वो थोड़ा उसकी वजह से भी हो जाता है।
ये ऐसी चीजें हैं जैसे आपका नाम मैं पूछूं तो आप फटाफट जवाब देंगे,
हाँ जी सर।
ऐसे ही है ये।
हाँ जी सर।
अ, अभी काफी बच्चे नहीं हैं आज। आई एम सीइंग ओनली 39, 38 स्टूडेंट्स। Anyhow, we are starting with the process. So yesterday we had started with the basic fundamental process. What exactly are flexural members, right? And what are the general behavior and general? We are still continuing with the general criteria as far as design of flexural members. In general, we call it as beams, right? Uh, थोड़ा अगर आप बुक में देखें तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हमने 1 या 2 पेज कवर किए होंगे through those slides. So I'm yet to share that slides with you. आज मैं शेयर कर दूंगा. Today, those who have already joined, let me confirm that today is the like last lecture before we go for Diwali holidays. We shall be having the next lecture after the Diwali. That is कौन सा दिन आएगा? Till Monday we have holidays. That is 16th of November, and we are meeting again on 17th. That is Tuesday. Anyhow, uh, I'm taking some time only because I'm just still waiting for some more students to join. But we cannot wait beyond another lecture I have at 11:30 for 2017 batch. So I have to close it before that. So anyhow, yesterday we just touched the basics of the design of beams, and we are still into that process. आपको याद होगा that whenever we say that we have to design something, that we have to check ये design जो है वो design is always and primarily based upon the failure criteria. कि ये मेंबर फेल कैसे होगा, हम उसको फेल नहीं होने देना है। तो कौन सी चीज में पहले फेल हो जाएगा, कौन सी चीज में बाद में फेल हो जाएगा, राइट? जस्ट टू मेक इट सिंपल, आप आप में से कुश्ती कौन लड़ता है? एनी पर्सन हु इज लाइक इनटू रेसलिंग और बॉक्सिंग?
करी हुई है सर रेसलिंग।
ओके। और रेसलिंग में सबसे ज्यादा जो स्टेबल पार्ट होता है वो कौन सा होता है?
सर
लाइक
बैक
और अगर
बैक बैक एंड लेग।
पहलवान को हराना हो तो उसको कहाँ से उठाने की कोशिश करते हैं? बाजू
सर
से, सिर से,
नहीं सर, वो
शोल्डर
दाव
से?
अलग अलग होते हैं सर।
हम्म, नहीं, सबसे इजी जो होता है, सबसे जिसको धोबी पटकन बोलते हैं हम लोग, कि वो
हाँ जी हाँ
उसको
जी सर, वो बाजू से सर।
बाजू से उठाते हैं, और उससे भी इजी है, पर पहलवान उसको पकड़ने नहीं देते, दैट इज लेग्स, राइट?
सर
अगर टांग पकड़ ले तो बंदा चाहे कितना भी हैवी हो, कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, वो खड़ा नहीं होता, नहीं, उसकी फाउंडेशन को हिला देते हैं, राइट? तो दैट इज, मैं इसको इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ कि जैसे बॉक्सिंग में है, बॉक्सिंग में अगर आप नाक पे मार दें, नाक पे उसके पंच लग जाए, या उसके सिर पे एक अच्छा सा पंच लग जाए, तो वो चकरा जाए। सो वी ट्राई टू फाइंड कि मेंबर जो है, कोई भी मेंबर कौन कौन सी चीज से फेल हो सकता है, दो भी पटकन देना है, या टांगों से उठाना है, या बाजू से पकड़ना है, या गर्दन से पकड़ना है। So whenever we talk of design, we always see that how this member is going to fail, and which condition, under which condition this member will fail the first, right? So we'll be discussing this failure mode of flexural member. So moving to the next slide. This slide shows category 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Category 1, excessive bending. Excessive bending, or we can say excessive uh, deflection as well, right? इज सिंपल एज दैट, अगर आप एक पेंसिल हाथ से पकड़ लें और पेंसिल को दोनों हाथ एंड से पकड़ लें और उसको बेंड करने की कोशिश करें, तो कहाँ से टूटेगा पेंसिल? So we try to twist the pencil like this. The pencil will take this shape, right? It will start crumbling from this position. So this is excessive bending or excessive deflection. So this is the first criteria. So we have to check, the meaning of this statement is that we have to check the beam for bending, right? It can be said in another term, like whenever we talk of failures, we say that we have to check this member against the failure, right? The second category is lateral torsional buckling. Lateral torsional buckling is, if you see that, uh, I can show it on the, like, yeah, this is the picture which you can see right now from your screen, that this beam has twisted ड्यू टू टॉर्शन, राइट? टॉर्शन भी हो गया और उसकी बकलिंग भी हो, बकलिंग मींस उसकी बेंडिंग भी हो गई है। दिस इज द क्राइटेरिया, राइट? दिस इज आल्सो हैपनिंग, लाइक this is the second moment criteria for against which we have to see it, that it can fail, right? Coming back to the slide, third one is local buckling. Local buckling means, if we talk about that beam is made, we talk about steel beams, generally we talk about I section, right? I section is this. So I section has different components. I section has different components. One is flange and second is the web. Right? Web has different dimensions. Flange has different dimensions. Right. So if this member buckles, if it buckles like this is local buckling. And the second is the web. If the web buckles like this is called buckling of the web. If web buckles like this, it buckles like this. Right. This is means the flange under compression, it can crush. Web due to shear, due to excessive load, it may tear apart, and web under compression. Web की compression भी हो सकती है, web की tearing भी हो सकती है, right? So these are the three different criteria: the compression of flange, shear, and compression of depth. So these are the three. इसको भी हम check करेंगे. So we check the flange against compression under that local load. We check the shear of web and also check the flange, compression of the web. This is the criteria number 3. Now coming to the criteria number 4. The local failure shear yield of web. Shear yield of web means if I make the beam like this, because we are talking about the beam. Yield is like some forces are trying to twist this member like this. It may yield this thinning of the web can happen. Yielding means thinning of the web can happen under the tensile if the web comes under some kind of tension, right? Then the local crushing of the web. Local crushing of the, if it is against this force, let me draw separately. The forces are acting like this, then this web can be crushed. Like this is crushing of the web. Then the buckling of thin flanges. Buckling of thin flanges. अरे हम पहले भी कर चुके हैं, like this is जो फ्लैंज है बीम का, under the load it may take shape like this or it may take shape like this, right? So this is the perceived failure modes of different components of the beam, and primarily we are talking about the I sections, right? So this diagram also shows the same, that crushing of web happens like this. Web you have a नीचे को bend हो गया. Then buckling of thin flange. Buckling has happened. Then tearing of web. This is tearing of web, right? Then this is arrangement that we generally make. So these diagrams show the different modes of failure. And the most suitable section, already we have discussed that the most suitable section when we discuss just a minute. Let me check who is there in this. This is a rectangular beam. This is a representative diagram which shows the flexural behavior of a beam. I think this you might have covered in RCC as well. When the beam is, this is a cross section of the beam, right? When the beam is subjected to the bending or flexural forces, like this is a simply supported beam. The forces are acting like this. This is UDL, right? And it generally takes this shape. And this is the cross section. And this cross section is drawn over here. Right? The top portion is under compression and the bottom portion is under tension. And if we draw the tensile and shear stress, and both have been mentioned as FV, that is bending stress. So this one is under FC, this is compression, and this is under tension. Right? So this is a typical elastic failure, but generally it doesn't happen like that. If you see this diagram, the stress strain diagram, right? And after certain, let me change the color of this diagram. Okay, after this mode, the yield happens, right? The yield of the member happens, and up till this point, the diagram is represented by this Fy. But after certain time, the extreme fiber starts yielding first this top fiber and the bottom fiber. Top fiber and the bottom fiber. This is the theory which I'm trying to re-explain. ये शायद पहले भी हम कर चुके हैं. That the top fiber, instead of this shape, it starts taking this shape. नीचे आना transfer yielding start, this diagram starts taking this shape because the top fiber yield first, and then the members like this or this one towards the neutral axis. This is neutral axis. This starts yielding little later on. So this is what we call it as the plastic yielding, right? Ideally, this diagram, it goes like this and then start coming like this. Right. So this ultimately is the diagram which represents the plastic behavior. Or ultimately all the members, all the layers in the beam, whether it is under compression or under tension, they take this shape after the yielding, and this represents this much of force, right? And if I erase this one, and this diagram represents this part of the curve. This dark and blue line, this part of the curve is represented by this. This is what we call as elastic behavior. And the dotted line of the curve is represented by the plastic hinge or the plastic behavior. So why I'm explaining it here? Because we shall be taking care of the plastic deformation of the beam, and we shall be using the formula, and that formula is already given by the IS 800 standard. So we shall be, and this is based upon the composite elastic and plastic behavior. That means we are not अभी जब मैं साहिल से बात कर रहा था, that we are not confined only with Fy. एक सेकंड फोन बात कर. हेलो, मॉर्निंग बेटा, अभी मेरी क्लास चल रही है, थोड़ी देर बाद बात कर. Hello, welcome back. So I was trying to say that we shall not be entirely relying on Fy, but we shall be using the Fu as well, right? Because we are analyze the behavior of plastic in composition, in composite with the plastic, right? That's the only purpose of explaining this diagram. If we are, let me draw it again, that if we are dealing with the elastic behavior, so we are taking the stresses in this formation. This is neutral axis, right? If we are talking about the plastic behavior, the plastic hinge formation, then we are taking the diagram into this fashion, right? This is compression, this is tension, this is compression, this is tension, and this value, let me mark it in red color. This is F, and this one is F, and F is much more than small f, right? So this is just for the general information, but we shall be using it and the formula which is given in the code automatically takes care of this process, right? Then the इसको थोड़ा सा कल भी हमने टच किया था, that conventional use of various sections. Yesterday we had touched it that the section can be a purlin. Rolled steel channels and anchor sections are generally used as purlins. Purlins, this is the truss, right? These members, dotted line, these are purlins. Generally ये purlin जो है वो I section का हम use करते channel section. But if it is a beam which is there to take the load, then we are higher load, we generally prefer I section. This is just the reference कि कौन से member में हमने क्या use करना है. Generally, we do not use I section as purlins or which is light, because purlins are to support only the roof coverings that may be above over the, maybe over that just to cover the shed, right? Double angles T sections or ISJB sections are used as lintels. Lintels we provide upon the door openings. दरवाजा हो या विंडो हो, उसके ऊपर अपन लगाना हो तो then we use light beams or double channel section. Double channel section is like this. Another one is fixed, which primarily looks like a IV. Right. For beams with large spans and light load, castellated beams are chosen. When we are short of the depth, because the standard steel sections which are available in the market are having some limited length and dimensions, right? अगर हम उस लेंथ के ऊपर जाना हो या उससे बियॉन्ड जाना हो, then we use castellated. Castellated beam मैंने कल भी बताया था आपको, that we cut the web into this formation, right? Then we shift the beam and then we make this portion, one portion as like this. So this helps us in increasing the depth, right? So this is just the general that for what purpose, what kind of section we can choose, right? Then this continues the criteria for selecting a beam section. The usual method of selecting a beam section is by using a section model. ये हम डिजाइन की जब डिटेल्स करेंगे उसमें भी आएगा that we start with the section modulus. Section modulus is nothing but I upon A. That primarily means we are talking about the moment of inertia. जितना moment of inertia ज़्यादा होगा उतनी उसकी strength weight की ज़्यादा होगी. The criteria of economy is weight rather than the section modulus. अगर हम economy की बात करें, because steel is always the cost of steel is always driven by the weight, so we have to see that the weight is just sufficient as per the minimum design strength criteria. Sufficient weight, हम इसको ओवर नहीं लेंगे, राइट? जितना ओवर करेंगे तो उतना वेट उसका बढ़ जाएगा, that will act to the cost. Third one is the deflection and occasionally shear may be the necessary criteria. जैसे अभी हमने किया था that beam deflects like this. अगर deflection के point आप मुझे देखेंगे कि different beam section under different loading conditions. The next few slides will show that different beams under different loading conditions and different deflection, right? तो उस डिफ्लेक्शन में स्पीड को सेफ होना चाहिए, उसके हिसाब से भी हम उसकी वेट और लेंथ जो है वो डिसाइड कर सकते हैं. The last one is desirable to choose light beam furnishing the required modulus of ये इसके साथ ही मैच करता है that we are not overusing any section, so we have to use as light as possible, but at the same time following the deflection as well as the bending and shear criteria. So primarily uh, light, it should be light, but at the same time it should take care of deflection, required bending, and the required shade, right? So this is the general criteria that we shall be following while designing. And the next slide also shows the same. डिजाइन जब हम शुरू करते हैं तो deflection, then bending, and then shear. This is what I was mentioning in the last slide, that these are the three prime factors that shall or that should govern the choice of dimensions or section, right? So we shall be discussing one by one, two, and three. The first one is the deflection criteria. The deflection criteria refers to span. जितना span ज़्यादा होगा उतना deflection ज़्यादा होगा. It is understood, right? जितना span कम होगा उतना deflection कम होगा. The span defines the deflection. That is first part. Second is moment of inertia of the section. जितना beam की depth ज़्यादा होगी, or this is the cross section of the beam. This is dimension is D. This dimension is D. जितनी beam की depth ज़्यादा होगी उतनी deflection कम होगी कि ज़्यादा होगी. This is directly proportional. More the span, more shall be the deflection. Moment of inertia means depth of the section. More, this is inversely proportional. जितना moment of inertia ज़्यादा होगा उतना deflection कम होगी. So this is second criteria. And distribution of load. Distribution of load, for example, this is a beam here. If it is uniformly distributed, then the reflection will be can be like this. If it is a point load, then it will have some different deflection, right? So this is the type of load which is, and modulus of elasticity, of course, we have used this bending equation m upon I is equal to f upon y is equal to E upon R, right? And जितना modulus of elasticity ज़्यादा होगा उतना उसका deflection कम होगा, right? We shall be following जनरल जो डिफ्लेक्शन का फॉर्मूला है वो दिस इज द डिफ्लेक्शन फार्मूला. ये आपने पहले उसमें किया होगा इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स में या एसए में भी शायद आपने किया होगा. दिस इज डब्ल्यू एल क्यूब अपॉन ई अपॉन आई. So this delta is deflection. So deflection is, as we just said, it depends upon the load. More is the load, more shall be the deflection. Length, more is the length, more is the is more load, more length have large deflection, more deflection, right? Inversely, more elasticity, less deflection, right? The second is more is the I. If I is more, less will be the deflection. So this is what that slide is showing here. You can mention the formula here as well. Deflection is given by W L Q upon E upon I. Right now, these 4 or 5 factors are very clear in this. Span जितना ज़्यादा है उतना deflection ज़्यादा होगा. Moment of inertia जितना ज़्यादा है उतना deflection कम होगा. Modulus of elasticity जितना ज़्यादा है उतना deflection कम होगा. And जितना load ज़्यादा है उतना deflection ज़्यादा होगा. And last is support condition. ये हमने compression member में भी किया था. Support condition defines the, this is a fixed beam, it will have different deflection. If it is a free beam, it will have more deflection. That means end condition defines the deflection as well. So these are the 5 criteria which on which the deflection depends. So we were talking the design criteria. उसमें से पहला design criteria हो गया deflection. And deflection further depends on the 5 factors. Now moving to the next one. This is the repetition of the slide. Now coming, this is the explanation of the same. Total load directly proportional with deflection is directly proportional to load, directly proportional to the L, and deflection is inversely proportional to the E, and deflection is inversely proportional to I. So these are the 4, and of course L depends upon end condition. Support condition, right? And the formula for different loading and different end condition is given by K W L cube upon E upon I. ये आपको फॉर्मूला याद रखना है. For value of K, the value of K is different for different loading and different end conditions, right? So next slides will explain the criteria. This is some homework which is part of the things that we had covered in previous semester. Just a minute. So this is the first case. We are talking about this formula. K is equal to WL cube upon EI. So we'll be talking about the value of K. The value of K for this condition, simply supported beam with UDL. This is the UDL, right? The value is 51384. That means the deflection becomes 5 upon, I think you remember this formula, 5 upon 384 WL cube upon EI. The W is small w into L. The second is cantilever. Cantilever with UDL over whole span. ये सारे cases आप कर चुके हैं. So in this case, the value of K is this one. That means the deflection is 1 upon 8 WL cube upon E into I. Right? This is second case. Now the third one. This is cantilever with point load at end. इसी में से आपके 3-4 क्वेश्चंस बन जाएंगे शॉर्ट आंसर. तो याद रखना पड़ेगा आपको वैल्यू सारी. ये किसी कोड में नहीं दी है. दिस इज द होमवर्क दैट this is the work that you had done in the last semester. Cantilever with point load at free end. Right, and the factor is 1 by 3. That means the delta is equal to 1 by 3 WL cube upon E into I. This is third case. Now the next one is this one is a repeat. Next one is simply supported beam with two loads, equally distributed load. Simply supported beam with two equally spaced load, right? That means L by 3, L by 3, this is equal, and this load and this load is also equal, and in this case the deflection becomes 23 upon 384 WL cube E into I. राइट, तो दिस फार्मूला, ये सारे फार्मूले की आपने डेरिवेशन पिछले सेमेस्टर में की होगी, अभी सिर्फ आपको पहले याद रखनी है। नाउ द फिक्स बीम, ये भी हो चुके हैं। फिक्स बीम पहले हमने यूडीएल किया था, नाउ दिस इज, एक सेकेंड, या सिंपली सपोर्टेड बीम था, नाउ दिस इज द फिक्स बीम। In this case, this is fixed beam with UDL, uniformly distributed load, and the delta is 1 upon 384 WL cube upon EA. Right? Now, if you compare this formula with this one, this is simply supported beam with the UDL. Right? Only difference is the end condition. Here it is fixed, and the picture that is drawn at the bottom is, this one is free support. Now, in this case, the formula was 5 upon 384 into WL cube upon EI. Now, if you compare this factor with this factor, right, this one is, deflection is 5 times more than fixed beam. इस केस में डिफ्लेक्शन जो है वो इस केस के डिफ्लेक्शन से इट इज 5 टाइम्स, दैट मींस एंड कंडीशन अफेक्ट्स द डिफ्लेक्शन। फिक्स बीम में डिफ्लेक्शन कम होता है और सिंपली सपोर्टेड बीम में डिफ्लेक्शन ज्यादा, राइट। तो जिस केस में डिफ्लेक्शन कम होता है दैट बीम इज मोर स्टेबल, जिस केस में डिफ्लेक्शन ज्यादा होता है दैट बीम इज likely to fail earlier, that means उसका फिर हमें सेक्शन हैवी रखना पड़ता है। So that is how we decide. The next is 3 different loads, point load, simply supported beam with 3 point loads, equally spaced, equal and equally spaced. Like this one is equal to W and this is equal to WL. These distances are equal. So in this case, the factor is 90. That means deflection is 19 upon 384 WL cube upon E into I. राइट, ये आपने एक शॉर्ट नोटबुक पे नोट कर लेने हैं। दीज आर हैव बीन शोन इन डिफरेंट स्लाइड, एक ही टेबल में भी शो कर सकते हो, बट दिस इज फिक्स्ड बीम but with varying load, with uniformly varying load, triangular load, we call it as triangular load, right? यहाँ पे लोड 0 है, then it increases, यहाँ पे लोड maximum है, then it decreases, right? And this is exactly the center, and in this case the factor is this one, and that is delta is equal to 7 divided by 1920 WL cube upon 3 sorry EI, this formula. The next one is X, fixed beam with point load at the center. If you see this this fixed beam, this is fixed beam with point load at center, right? And the factor is 1 upon 192. If you compare this with a simply supported beam, the load is much deflection in this case is lighter. The fixed beam, deflection in fixed beam is less than deflection in simply supported beam with same type of loading, right? So these are the factors, and this one is eccentric load. The load is not at the center. Like this A and B is not equal. A is not equal to B, right? In this case, the formula is this one. This is the value of K. ये भी आपको याद रखना है. Then these are some of the cases. The cases can be different, but these are primarily the most of the cases have been jotted down over here, right? Then, as we said that the uh, design also depends on the end condition. So end condition affects the length, effective length or span. Here we call it as length, or sometimes you can call it as span. The end condition के हिसाब से जो L है वो कितना change हो जाता है. So that table is here, and this table is given in the IS code table number 15, clause 8.3.1, 8800 2007. And this table we have to follow. Unrestrained against lateral bending, free to rotate in plane. This is same as the pinned end, right? Then rotate in plane at the bearings. This is partially restrained. This is 0.85. So this condition shall be given to you. So we shall be following the table according to this, right? So this is the design procedure. In next class, we shall be following the design procedure. Bending moment, shear force, deflection, and stability. This is the first criteria. Then we check for local buckling, and then durability and fabrication, right? So these are the three criteria. इसको हम दोबारा भी discuss करेंगे. So we are closing it right now. Today, primarily we have discussed that the main design criteria is bending, then shear, and then deflection. तो आज हमने deflection check किया with end condition. Then bending and shear का क्या formula रहेगा next time करेंगे. So we shall be covering and continuing with the topic after the Diwali. Right now I'm having how many check? 50 students with me. So that's all for today, and wish all a very happy Diwali. So you can celebrate Diwali. We shall be meeting again on Tuesday after Diwali, that is 17th of November. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So I shall be uploading
Thank you, sir.
I shall be uploading कल का जो था PPT और आज का PPT आपको तो WhatsApp इसको थोड़ा सा रीड करना. This is general, so we shall be covering this design criteria starting tomorrow, starting 17th, right? So you don't have to worry. All the formula shall be again individually given in the code, and just have to apply and read it and apply it. So we shall be starting with this part. I can share this one with you, all of you, so you can have a little bit pre-reading as well. So with this, once again, wishing all of you a very happy Diwali and have a safe and sound and sweet Diwali. Thank you.
सर आज दो लिंक लिंक आ गया था सर।
क्या?
आज दो लिंक आ गया था सर जूम पे आप।
2 लिंक आ गया था?
सर तो 11:30 था, एक और एक 10:30 था।
ओके। चले, अभी तो खत्म हो गया, गलती से आ जाओ। नहीं, 11:30 तो दूसरा है, वो उनका है। 2017 बैच का लिखा होगा उस पर, DSS 2017। गलती से आपको चला गया। Anyhow, we are closing it. All the best.